Jacquez, I guess just to start, can you talk us through what's different about this year's defense and the responsibilities that you kind of have this year?
I think that the defense that Coach Durkin brought in it has a lot of stuff, like a lot of things to go with it. Like you don't know who's blitzing, you don't know if it's a 3 down or 4 down. So it's like a variety of stuff that he brings with his defense.
Go ahead, Parrish.
Jacquez, where are you lining up at linebacker this year? I mean, it sounds like you guys have moved around a little bit. What's your position?
I'm playing Mike and the Will.
What have you seen, just the linebackers in general? It sounds like people have picked up the defense and seem to be pretty excited about it. What production have you seen from the linebackers?
Yeah, especially like the younger guys like me, Momo, the kid. We picked it up, but now the younger guys like Austin Keys, people like JB, the freshman linebackers, they're starting to come along. We're going to need them in the season just in case one of us goes down. We're going to need one of them to play. So I think the young guys are starting to pick it up now, as in day 4 in camp compared to day 1.
All right, Nate, go ahead.
Jacquez, with Sam out for now, I think you're the returning leader in like tackles for loss and sacks from last year. How much are you rushing the passer right now? And then I guess what have you seen from some of these other guys as far as pass rush goes and who stepped up there?
Really, with Coach Durkin, he got us blitzing a lot. So it really depends on what's it called. So I'm blitzing every now and then, but other than that, I'm just like on the back. But with the guys, we got like people like B-Mac and Damon that stepped up in Sam role and playing. It's hard to replace a guy like Sam, but they're trying their best, to step up and take that spot.
Can you talk briefly about what you've seen from Brandon Mack? I think you're the 3rd or 4th guy that's kind of just brought his name up without us really asking specifically. What have you kind of seen from him?
Brandon Mack, he just like an athlete. Like his frame is going to be a sophomore. I feel like Brandon Mack is doing an unbelievable job, just taking on blocks, holding blocks, setting the edge, and he just stepping up a lot.
Did you see that from him last year in practice when he was kind of redshirting, or this is kind of new?
I seen it a little bit, but really, with Sam, I was mostly in there with Sam, so I didn't really get a chance to see B-Mac. But Brandon Mack, he's stepping up a lot.
All right, we'll go back to Nick.
Jacquez, we hear so much about defenses feeding off crowd and energy and stuff like that. How are you guys preparing for this year when the stadium's going to be only a quarter full?
Really, I think taking out the crowd is actually going to be a good thing, so we can actually feed off each other. We're going to have somebody to make a play, and after that, we're just going to have to feed off each other, get each other hyped. And I feel like that's how it should have been anyway. A crowd is just like an extra factor.
Any more questions for Jacquez? Go ahead, Nick.
I asked Ben about this, but just curiosity from your perspective. He said there were a couple of conversations from players on the team about that visible Confederate statue that's over by the Tad Pad. Just what did you hear about that, and why do you think it's better now that there's kind of a tarp covering that up?
I think it's better because a lot of people had their opinions like the statue over viewing the practice field, and I think people like Keith Carter did an unbelievable job. They came in, they told us they were going to put something up to cover it up, and that's exactly what they did. So, I mean, I can't say nothing bad. They did what they said they were going to do.
Go ahead, Nate.
Jacquez, what have you seen from Matt and John Rice, and how have they kind of stepped it up from where they were last year?
John Rice, I think he's becoming a better passer. I know, last year, people were skeptical on how he could throw the ball, but he improved tremendously. I think Matt, he's coming a lot different than he was last year. Like you could tell he's more focused. He fixed his game. He's starting to use his feet more, and then his arm. He got a little pass. Now I can't say what it was, but he got a pass in his toolbox. It's dangerous. It got me a few times.
I mean, we've had a few people tell us John Rice has kind of looked better as a passer, but how does that kind of translate? What do you see that is just different with him in the passing game?
Really, reading his keys. Last year you see a lot of times he'll just, he'll get in a hassle and he just had to turn and run. But actually, you could see him going through his keys, looking off safeties, calling out our defense. So, I mean, it's a good competition.
Go ahead, Nick.
Is Momo back to full speed post injury? Is he looking like he did 2 years ago?
Oh yeah, he's back. He's back.